seats. Cross your legs and keep your arms together like the whole web. Keep your body upright. It should be straight forward. Take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. Again, take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. Be relaxed. Your body is relaxing as well as the mind. Enjoy this relaxation. Scan your whole body through your mind, head to toes. You feel your head. You feel your head. You feel your face. Feel your face. Feel your neck. Feel your neck. Feel your chest. Feel your chest. Feel your belly. Feel your belly. Feel your legs. Feel your legs. Feel your feet. Feel your feet. Feel your toes. Feel your toes. Your body is relaxing. Your body is getting calm and calm, as well as your mind increasing concentration. Nothing holding in your mind. Still some pictures, sound, taste, feelings are there. Open your unconsciousness and give a message to your unconsciousness. This is my meditation time. This is not the time to pay attention for past experiences or future plans. Cut off the whole world, come to this moment. All the pictures that you are holding in your mind fading away. All the pictures are fading away. All the sounds are disappearing. All feelings are disappearing. The mind is free from all these pictures, sound, taste, feeling. Enjoy this relaxation. Your happiness is increasing along with your concentration. No worries, no troubles. you feel happiness. Your mind is full of love, compassion, sympathetic joy, and as well as equanimity. Paying attention, increasing your energy, try to develop all these Brahma Viharas more and more. All humans, non-humans, seen and unseen beings are full of love, compassion, sympathetic joy, as well as equanimity. Strong wishes come from bottom of my heart, all over the world, all the universe, full of peace, Brahma, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Being in this virtuous background, focus on your breath. Just pay attention to your inhalation and exhalation. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. When you are breathing, your lungs are filling with oxygen, as well as your mind is full of love, compassion, sympathy, joy, and equanimity. Your lungs are filling with oxygen. The mind is filling with Brahma Vihara. Pay full attention to your inhalation and exhalation. Breathe in, breathe out. Happily breathe in, happily breathe out. while you are breathing, you can notice the places where air is touching. It might be end of your nostril, upper lips, or your belly. Keep there your mind and watch your natural inhalation and exhalation. You're not supposed to breathe in and out intentionally. Just watch your natural inhalation and exhalation. Breathe in, breathe out. Same time, be aware that it is a short breath or a long breath. When you have a short breath, understand as a short breath. When you have a long breath, understand as a long breath. You see the nature of your breath. Short breath, long breath, short breath, take fast as short breath, long breath, take fast and long breath. When you are inhaling, taking oxygen to your lungs and fill with all lungs are filled with oxygen. Trillions of cells are changing. Breath is very important for my life. Life completely depending on the breath inhalation and exhalation. No one can live without breathing in and out. Pay full attention, try to see the starting of your breath, changes of your breath, and departing of your breath. And the origin of our breath has been changed. When you start to breathe in at that point, it has been changed. When things change all the time. The breath is a process. What is happening? Rising, falling, rising, falling, rising, falling. The breath is not something permanent. It is impermanent. each and every moment, changing, changing, changing. This is the nature of impermanence. The breath is impermanent. The life completely depending on breath, inhalation and exhalation. Then you can understand. Life is impermanent. Which is impermanent, that is full of suffering, unsatisfactoriness is there. There is impermanence as well as unsatisfactoriness. Such things no one can take as me, myself, and my selflessness is there. My eyes, ear, nose, tongues, ears, and body. Impermanent. This is not me. This is not mine. This is not myself. It is just a process. Unsatisfactoriness is there. Not only this body, all other bodies are impermanent, full of suffering, unsatisfactory, as well as no soul, no self. Whatever the forms that come to your mind, sound, taste, feeling, the nature of all these, the reality of all these is impermanent. Which is impermanent, that is full of suffering. It is impermanent as well as full of suffering. Such things no one can take as me, mine, myself. Selflessness is there. This is the universal law. Analyze all the objectives that come to your mind with these three characteristics. Everything is impermanent, full of suffering, selfless. Impermanent. Suffering. whenever you notice the mind has lost the meditation object, come back and start. Develop your energy and continue. There is no concentration without wisdom, no wisdom without concentration. One who has both wisdom and concentration is close to peace and emancipation. Okay, you can stretch out and then we can start our discussion. Take a seat. Good morning. How is so far? Everything okay? Okay. So then, three characteristics of existing. Today we are in number 2, dukkha, suffering, unsatisfactoriness. This is the topic that we're going to discuss in the morning. The word dukkha you might heard in many different places, and the first sermon that Buddha delivered, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, is the place that we met as the beginning of the sutta. And there are few important teachings which we call dependent origination, noble eightfold path, and four noble truths. Among these teachings, four noble truths is our goal. We practice Dhamma to realize these four noble truths. So, four noble truths is starting with dukkha, suffering, unsatisfactoriness. Dukkha is one of the great topic in the Buddhism. That's why sometimes Westerners, they have thoughts, kind of negative thoughts about the teachings of the Buddha. Oh, he always talking about dukkha, 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 dukkha. There is no any sukha. But that is not something that we can accept. Dukkha is the reality. The Buddha used the word dukkhe loko patittito. The world is on suffering. The world is on dukkha. Is the nature. So, whether Buddha appear in this world or not, suffering will exist there in our life. No one can change that. That is the reality. So, in Four Noble Truths, dukkha is the main thing. Dukkha, satcha. Dukkha and dukkha satcha, two different things. Two different things. The Buddha did not come to this world to explain aging is dukkha, suffering, death is dukkha, suffering, and sicknesses is dukkha. To teach these kind of things, the Buddha did not came to this world. Buddha did not come to this world to teach these kind of things. Because anyone can understand this. Dukkha satcha is kind of different things. We all can understand dukkha, not dukkha satcha. We all can understand aging, suffering, sicknesses, create unhappy status in our mind. We know that. Birth is suffering, we know that. We are here to suffer because of our birth. We know that. So, to understand this, no need any extra guidance. You can understand yourself. The Buddha came to introduce us dukkha satcha. It is very subtle and deep thing. Let's try to get some knowledge about this dukkha satcha. What is dukkha satcha? What is the dukkha means in here, according to the Buddha's explanations? But we can start with the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta introductions part of the dukkha. In there, as everybody knows, the Buddha introduced suffering comes from craving. Suffering comes from craving. So therefore, birth, old age, and death, all these stages in our life, considering as suffering stages. This one can understand anyone. It's very simple. This is the explanations that we can see in form of a truth explanation. Look at structure. Everything, even though there are some, we have feelings. What kind of feelings we have? Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feelings, and neutral feelings. When we're talking about pleasant feelings, we don't have any concept, any clue about suffering, because it is pleasant, it's positive. According to Dukkha Satya, even though you are experiencing pleasant feeling, it is also full of suffering. It is also full of suffering. Why? If there is something, if there you have a concept, my body having a pleasant feeling, then you have that concept, my body. This means there is something existing. You have that concept. When you have that concept in your mind, right away, you are with suffering, in suffering. This is the Dukkha Satya. So, whether you are experiencing pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, it does not matter. As mundane person, if you are experiencing all these, then you are experiencing unsatisfactoriness as well as these feelings. That is Dukkha Satya. How it comes? Little while ago, you stand up and stretch out because you were sitting on the cushions in long time. You need some changes in your body posture. So that's why you did it. At that moment, it's not painful, it's not unhappy, it wasn't unpleasant feeling. It was pleasant feeling because you changed your posture. You can consider as pleasant feeling, but while you are stretching out, standing up, walking here and there, you thought it is a pleasant, but it is not pleasant because your mind connected with desire. Your mind connected with the other defilements. Oh, this body is existing. This person is existing. You have that concept. Whenever you experience something with this concept, you are suffering. That's why when you are hungry, you like to eat something. You like to eat something. At the beginning of your eating, you are very happy because you were hungry. So that's why having foods is kind of happiness for you. When you turning into middle, you finish half might remain on your plates, and then you don't have that feelings anymore. At the beginning, what kind of feelings was there? Those feelings are not anymore. At the end of the plates, you are full. You don't have that taste. You don't have that feelings. You don't have interest. That interest you had, all these things have been changed. This is unsatisfactoriness. That's why Buddha said, Dukkhe loke patittito. Whole world on suffering. It's something ongoing and ongoing thing. Even though you have pleasant feelings at that moment, but the reality is not, it is not something that you can consider as a pleasant, happy feelings. Unpleasant, same as everything based on unsatisfactoriness. Unsatisfactoriness. That is the nature, that's the reality. So we think where we are now, this human world, we have enough food and particularly basic requisites are here with us. So there's no reasons to worry. So we can be happy. Is there happiness can remain with us? Even though all the basic requisites are with us, whatever you wanted to do, you can do it. Your energy is there, your effort is there. Can you live without any unhappy feelings or sorrow? No. At the beginning of our life, with the help of our parents or guardians, we go to school. For what? To be happy. And then, graduating from schools, we ready to go to colleges and universities. For what? To be happy. Graduating from universities and schools and colleges, so we ready to find a job, suitable job. For what? To be happy. And then in certain period of your life, then you are searching a partner for your life. For what? To be happy. With the help of your partner, then you're ready to produce children. For what? To be happy. You're ready to buy a house. For what? To be happy. You like to see grandchildren. For what? To be happy. In this way, so many stages are there. Passing through all the stages, we are searching happiness. I have met people who have go through all these stages, but I don't see their happiness established with them. Are you? Are you? You don't suffer. You establish your happiness with you. You are very comfortable 100%. Most of you are probably pass all these stages. You might accomplish all these goals in your life. Are you happy now? I establish you end up your suffering now? No. All sufferings they are same as at the beginning of your life. Not only people who are here, who are in the outside society, might be considered as a first class, second class, third class, whatever the class, doesn't matter, all are suffering. Don't you? All are suffering. Why? Our life based on dukkha, suffering. Our life is based on suffering. It's not my word, it's the words of the Buddha. But we can experience. So then, if it is the nature of the life, then we have to find what is the reason why we are suffering. We have to find the reasons why we are suffering. Because the second noble truth, cause of suffering is craving. Cause of suffering is craving. How you can recognize as a little children like infant or baby, they have some kind of interesting things in their life. They want to keep that things all the time with them. Might be a dog. That dog might be a dog, cat, or car, bus, whatever. They like to keep them. Even though while they are sleeping, they want to keep that things with them beside the bed. Why? They have attachment. They have greed there in their mind regarding that doll. It's kind of toys. So then, if there is any changes, if someone taking out from them, then unhappiness is there. There would be unhappy thoughts. They don't like to happen that for them. Why? Desire is there. Greed is there with them. So now you can see, if they don't have any greed or desire, then there is no any worries with the changes. If it is moving here and there, they don't worry about that. Why? They don't have attachment. They don't have any greed. They are free from greed, then whatever happening there, they don't care. If there is some other things, they can use it at that moment, and then again, next moment, they don't have that things, there will be another things, they can connect with that things. Rolling with other things. Because they don't have attachment. But naturally, as we know, in our whole life, we have attachment. We are living with attachment. Attachment is the roots of attachment is desire. Desire. So there might be different names for that. That's why desire would arise in our mind 108 ways. Just desire would be arise in our mind 108 ways. So even you may not be able to recognize your desire, your attachment. That much subtle and complete. I like my robe. That is it. It's my desire. I like my robe means I like to wear these robes. I like to keep these robes. It's desire. I like this place. It's desire. I like that restaurant. It's desire. I like that person. It's desire. So desire would be appear in our mind in different ways. That's why there are 108 patterns to arise desire in our mind. It's very complicated. Whenever we have desire, suffering is there. Why? Things are not happening as we wish. The robe is not, I'm not able to keep the robe as I wish forever. Naturally, definitely, it is changing. It is changing, but I don't like that changes. Why? I have a desire. I like it. I like it. So, therefore, if there is that I like part is kind of a pleasant feeling for you, but unhappiness is there. Unhappiness is built on that. Because I like it. I like it means you don't like any changes there. The way how it is now, I like it to keep. But it impossible. It is impossible to keep in the way how I like it. The changes are there, changes are happening here. Because it is the nature. So unhappiness is there with mind. Unhappiness means in here. Suffering is there because I don't like any changes. This is the way how we are suffering. This is the way how we are suffering. Material, this world, basically we call it, this world is a material world. In this material world, we always try to connect with these materials with desire. But the nature not helping us to connect with these materials. The reality is not helping us. What is the reality? Everything is in fire. Changing. At the end, at the grassroots level, you can see only rising and falling. There is nothing, things that we, even though we consider these things are existing, there is nothing. We are thinking all these are here because of our ignorance. Because of our ignorance. It's like a rainbow. Around the world, there are so many stories regarding rainbow. We all perhaps might have seen rainbows. But is it true? Is there anywhere that you can find rainbows? Or it is illusion in your mind. It is illusion in your mind. As we experienced last evening about that pizza, you don't see any of electron or proton or any atoms there in pizza. We only consider pizza, but analyzing at the end, you don't see any pizza there. Just atoms are there. In quantum level, you don't see nothing. It's completely different things would be there. So things are not existing, but we have desire, we have thoughts, we have attachment. Oh, these things are existing. This is happening. So this is the way how it should be. I have that thoughts because of that desire. So this is the way how create unhappy thoughts in our mind. Where's the connection? What is the connection? Connection is desire. Desire gets much support from ignorance. Whenever we, wherever we, whatever thoughts that arise in our mind regarding desire, always connected with the ignorance. So ignorance like a fertilizer for the greed. Because not knowing means, that is the meanings of ignorance. Not knowing means if you are not connected with the reality, so you don't know the changes. You don't know what is happening there. So then you have desire. Always you create desire. You increase your desire because of ignorance. So therefore, once the Buddha introduced ignorance and desire as mother and father. ignorance and desire, there's a simile that Buddha used in Dhammapada as mother and father. Ignorance and desire. Because whole world, the way how we see, the way how we act, all these happening because of this mother and father. Around the world, we can see many changes and many activities among our human society, among other human beings. All these activities are happening because of ignorance and desire. Then we can see any unhappy thoughts, unhappy stages in our mind. Why? What is the secret? Because of desire and ignorance. So then, now you can see, whenever, how long doesn't matter, we live with desire and ignorance, then anger would be there. No one can avoid it. So now, is the connection. Desire is here, ignorance is here. As a combination of these two things, anger would be there. Wherever you are living, it does not matter. These three things are working together, then all matters, problems created by these three stages, or these three things. That's why Buddha said, Dukkhe loko patikku. Whole world completely depending on suffering, based on suffering, dukkha, unsatisfaction. Why? It is full of ignorance, it is full of hatred, it is full of desire. Then, cause for dukkha, why we are suffering, why we have unhappy stages in our mind, why we are lamenting, why we are grieving, because the nature of our life is full of suffering, dukkha. Why? We are living with desire, we are living with ignorance, we are living with hatred. That is the secret. That is the cause. So therefore, how long we live with these three defilements, roots of defilements, that long we are suffering. So then, one day, with the help of our energy and effort, if we able to gain our wisdom as a result of that gaining wisdom, so we are able to get rid of this desire, anger, and ignorance, then that would be the time we can free from suffering. That is the time that we can free from suffering. That is the time that we can establish our happiness. That happiness would be firm and established. No one can change that happiness. So we are practice Dhamma to come to that stage, to achieve that goal. So we need knowledge as well as energy and effort to come to that level of achieve all these goals. So suffering or dukkha is not something based on just physical forms. Suffering is based on your mental feelings. Just think about while you are doing something, you got to your finger or leg or whatever. There would be a kind of pain. But if you are not mindful at that moment, if you are not connecting with that wound, you don't feel much pain there. But how much you connected to that wound, that much painful situations would be there. That's why when you have to do a surgery, that is the first things that the doctor is going to do. They're going to give us anesthesia. For what? Disconnect the connection. To disconnect connection. What connection? Mind and body connection. For a short time, temporarily. Then you don't know what is happening here. Then whatever they wanted to do, they can do it themselves. No need to get your permission. No? They can do whatever they wanted to do to this body. Sometimes perhaps they want to plant new heart. Yes, they can do that. We don't know what is happening. So they can change all the body parts as they wish. What is the main reason? What is the reason there? There's no connection, mind and body. That's why they can control the body. Disconnecting this, it means they disconnected for short time temporarily. In the same way, now you can see suffering, dukkha is not regarding your body, it's regarding completely your mind. If there is no mind connected to that painful situation, you don't feel it. You don't feel it. That's why first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, or any other jhanas, when someone attains to jhanas, they don't have any matters while they are practicing meditation. How long they are sitting, they don't have any matter. They can continue because their mind is very clear. Their mind does not have any unwholesome roots at that moment. Therefore, they can peacefully and happily continue their practice. Particularly about Nirodha Samapatti. Who is practiced Nirodha Samapatti, who is attaining the Nirodha Samapatti, that person can stay 7 days continuously. 7 days continuously. How? It's happening because they temporarily disconnected this mind and body connection. So they can continue. So we don't want to disconnect it. What we have to do, we have to develop our mind. For what? To accept this situation. What is that? That is equanimity. Aging is happening, but when we are able to accept it, there is no suffering. Oh, it is nature. Come on, you are welcome. Like the moment that you have some visitors, you have to welcome them as visitors. Oh, wonderful. You are my visitor. I want to treat you. You're welcome, mostly welcome. Warmly welcome. Aging welcome. Death welcome. Sorrow welcome. Then you don't have any worries. You don't have dukkha. No suffering. How it's happening? Through your wisdom. Realization is important for that. Without realizing, there's no way to welcome any of these stages. So then the whole life is suffering because we are not developing our wisdom. We are not gaining our wisdom. That's why we are suffering. Then, to get a solution for our unhappy status, suffering, what we have to do, we have to increase our wisdom. Through the wisdom, we can establish our happiness and we can find a solution for our matters, grief, any unhappy status. So now it might be clear for everybody what is suffering, cause of suffering, the way how end suffering, and also you know the method. What kind of practical application there should be you should apply to end suffering. The Noble Eightfold Path. Noble Eightfold Path is the only path. Ekayano ayam maggo sattana visuddhi. So, in Satipatthana Sutta, establishments of mindfulness, contemplations of feelings, Buddha advice to recognize your feelings. Here, when feeling a pleasant feeling, bhikkhus understand, I feel a pleasant feeling. When feeling a painful feeling, we understand, I feel a painful feeling. When feeling neither painful nor pleasant feeling, he understands, I feel neither painful nor pleasant feelings. When feelings a carnal pleasant feeling, he understands, I feel carnal pleasant feelings. When feelings non-carnal pleasant feeling, he understands, I feel non-carnal pleasant feeling. When feelings carnal painful feeling, he understands, I feel a carnal painful feelings. So this is the way how we should practice to increase our equanimity. So you have to address your feelings. What kind of feelings are arising? Paying attention, understanding, and then analyzing, you can see the roots. Where the roots are. Is it regarding desire? Is it regarding anger? Is it regarding ignorance? Recognizing these roots, then you can develop your equanimity. So there is no worries. This is the solution for suffering. This is the solution for suffering. We are searching, looking a solution for our suffering. So this is the solution. Then we can establish our happiness and we can continue that happiness with us. So therefore, practicing Dhamma means we are developing our skills through mindfulness, through concentration to gain wisdom. This is the skillfulness. Develop mindfulness, develop concentration, and gain wisdom. So practicing Dhamma means this. Is there any way that you can develop your mindfulness? Praying, doing rituals? Is there any way? No. That's why yesterday and day before yesterday I mentioned the teachings of the Buddha is not a religion. This is a very practical method. A very practical application. So praying or doing or engaging with rituals, you are not able to develop your mindfulness, or there is no way to gain your wisdom. Wisdom means thinking ability, skillfulness of thinking. To think deeply, widely, and quickly, that is wisdom. So we have to practice it. In here, Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Chittanupassana, focusing on your mind, recognizing your feelings, and analyze that feelings, where the roots are, and what are the roots of those feelings. What are the roots of those feelings? It is kind of technique that we have to use to increase our mindfulness and concentration. That is one technique. And all other activities that we apply, practicing generosity and observing precepts, we are getting support for that. Taking that support, then we can increase our practice, and increase in our practice, yes, we can achieve the goal that we have. And that goal is to liberate from suffering. Liberate from suffering. No one likes to suffer. No one likes to be sorrowful, grief, life. Everybody wanted to get rid of these sorrowful situations and grief from our mind, from our life. We don't like it. So then what we should do, we should pay attention to practice Dhamma. If there is someone who already achieved that goal, that person only can show the path. Otherwise, his liberation would be not our liberation. So we have to apply the methods to liberate ourselves. That is our duty and our responsibility. So, pain or dukkha, not regarding the physical body. Pain and dukkha completely mental situation. It is completely psychological sense, according to the Bodhisattva. But death, aging, birth, all these are based on physical pain. Sicknesses, all these are based on physical pain. But physical pain is not the problem. Problem is mental pain. Lamentation, sorrow, grief. All these are mental stages, not physical. So, if we develop our mind, if we are able to develop our mind, that much pain we can reduce. How much we develop, that much we can reduce. Therefore, dukkha, unsatisfactoriness is not something based on your physical form, it's based on your mind. And other things about Loka Dhammata Sutta, the Buddha mentioned about Loka Dhammata Sutta, their mind is obsessed with gain, obsessed with loss, obsessed with pain, obsessed with obscurity, obsessed with blame, obsessed with the praise, obsessed with pleasure, obsessed with pain. When gain arises, they approve of it and disapprove of loss. We do this. This is our nature. Because we are living with ignorance and desire. No one likes to lose any of these gains. They always try to gain things, not to lose things. They always like to have play. They always like to get praise from others. not any blame. If someone praising, they enjoy. If someone blaming, unsatisfactoriness, unhappy thoughts, anger would be there. So, the Buddha in Mangala Sutta mentioned, Uttasa loka dhammehi chittam yasana kampati. If you can maintain your mind without shaking because of these worldly things, these are worldly conditions, worldly things, then you can get highest blessings in Mangala Sutta. Uttasa loka dhammehi chittam yasya na kampati. Because of gain or loss, because of fame or blame or praise, if you are not, if you are able to keep your mind in same way without turning to any unwholesome thoughts, with accepting or rejecting, then it is the way that you can gain greatest blessings. Right? There's no worries. Just think about ourselves. If you have any gain, then you enjoy. You turn in that point as a happy moment, and taking as a happy moment, you're ready to celebrate it. If something losing from you, you considering it is kind of unhappy situation, losing something from you, grief arising, sorrow, lamentation, all these things would be there. Then crying, lamenting, all these things would spread with you and your friends, family members. Right? You don't like it, you reject. The way how Buddha advised, being a wise person, accept these things. Then there's no worries. Being a wise person, accept these universal law. Respect the universal law. Then you can live worryless life. Worryless life. Why we have worry? Because we have attachment. We are going against the natural law. So if something lose, you don't like it. No. I want to keep that things. But it is impossible because no one can go against the universal law. It's not happening because of us. It's not happening because of death. Particularly about when we're talking about the death, the Buddha said, Nagama Dhammo, Nigamasa Dhammo, Nachapaya Negakulasa Dhammo, Sabbasa Lokas Tadevitas. Not only for a village, not only for the rural area or city, it is not only for a family, it is not only for a group of people, it's for all living beings. The death is unique for all living beings, not a particular group of people or particular area. Sabbasa lokas, all living beings. So then we have to accept it. Accepting, we can control our unwholesome states, because there is no reasons to increase our unhappy situations. Because you are accepting your equanimity is there. So this is the way how we should work with the suffering, dukkha. Dukkha loko patitito. As mundane people, we are living with dukkha, suffering. Each and everything, whatever the pictures that you are looking, whatever the sounds that you are hearing, whatever the taste that you are tasting, whatever the feelings that you are feeling, All these are full of dukkha, suffering. Full of dukkha, suffering. Only strategies that we have to use to control this suffering, we have to gain wisdom. Gaining wisdom, developing our human qualities, likewise metta, karuna, mudita, upekka. So then we can manage this suffering. We can manage this, we can control these unhappy stages. Sorrow, lamentation would not come to us when we are able to establish our mind with these qualities. So that would be enough for today with this topic, dukkha, suffering. So I'm just giving some guidance, to think about yourself and to do some research, and look in other stuff, and then you can finally you can come to conclusion with the experience and the knowledge. So these talks only some guidance to do research and to think yourself. Very important thing is increase knowledge, energy, effort to practice Dharma. So having that aspiration, I would like to end morning talks. Thank you very much.